Hi, this is Vicky from Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome to our learning session on trains. So, what do you do if a donor provides lots and lots of trains? Well, you create a learning session on trains, of course, and inside you're going to find a wooden train set for your child to keep. We hope it provides you with endless hours for fun for you and your family. In the Bay Area, we're lucky to have access to um, a train. The trains run from San Francisco to San Jose on Caltrain. And when my daughter was 3 years old, my mom took her on the train. My daughter loved buying the ticket at the kiosk and pressing all the buttons. The train arrived with lots of noise and excitement. She and her grandmother went on the train and found some seats. And after the train started, the conductor came through to take her ticket. Each stop was announced, and they got to watch the world go by in the window until it was their stop. This trip is all she talked about for weeks afterwards. We saw the trip in her play with her wooden trains, and she started collecting tickets from us for all sorts of reasons, dinner, to go in and out of her room. It was amazing. And then but we hope that the trains in these blocks and the activities that surround it in this session will capture your child's imagination for weeks and keep them going. Oh my goodness, there are so many great train books, and we actually had a really hard time choosing. So this week we have extra books for story time. This first book, called I Like Trains, is about a dog who loves everything trains, playing with them, traveling on them, drawing them, everything. Our next book, Freight Train, which is really kind of a classic, is a wordless book showing a freight train on its journey. Hard to imagine, but the pictures actually make you feel like you're on the train traveling with them. Our next book is about snakes taking a ride on a train. What? Snakes? Oh my goodness. I don't think that's good for me. Finally, we have two short Thomas the Train stories. And if your little one is a fan of Thomas the Train, they are going to love these adventures. Our first Thomas book is Stop, Train Stop. Um, the second is called A Crack on the Track. Ooh, that sounds very scary. So in your box, you're going to find that train set I was talking about, and whether you have a simple design or a more complex design, the best part of playing with trains is setting it up. So we've included a picture with each of the trains to show you one configuration that your train pieces could be set up in. Certainly, it is not the only way or even the right way, and in fact, to play with trains, you don't even need track. So as this is your set, it's kind of fun to make some extras for your train to set the scene, perhaps. Maybe a box that is some mountains, or maybe making a tunnel for them to go through, or maybe using a toilet paper roll and making some trees. Whatever you do, I'm sure it will enhance the experience for your child, and I hope they enjoy playing with the trains. This is activity number two, and it's inspired by the book Freight Train. And in your box, you're going to find some sponges and cork circles, some paint and paper. So you dip the paint or the sponge in the paint, and then off you go in making little cars. So, how many cars will your train have? What colors are you going to make? Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll be exciting and maybe even a little bit messy. But remember, all the paint we send to you is washable paint and should just clean up with soap and water. Activity number three. Sometimes the track is not long enough to get where you want to go. So make some of your own. This is actually a pre-writing exercise for kids, and you can help by drawing the track lines on the top and the bottom. Then your child needs to draw a line from the top line to the bottom line. Now, this seems really easy, but it's actually not that easy. They are actually practicing control. So whatever they do and whatever happens, make sure to tell them it's perfect because it is. They're practicing. So let them celebrate that success and own that accomplishment. And when they are done, they can drive their trains on the track that they created. Well, that's all for this week. Please come back next week and we will share with you on how to use those great number alphabet trains and play the fun train game.